As Earth passes through the tail of Halley's comet, the Eta Aquarids are set to light up our nighttime skies. Dr. Brad Tucker and I dive into this, talking science, story of the week.
Across Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts and YouTube, this is Talking Science with Dr. Brad Tucker and Matt Miller.
And our stories of the week, which play in full on Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays, and in the uncut edition live on Saturdays. But Brad, never fear, you're just with me on Tuesday morning to record it all and put it all together. The first story for us is the Eta Aquarid meteor shower, which will be happening, as you say, tonight and Wednesday night. I like to say, because the best time to view it is pre-dawn. So it's happening tomorrow morning and Thursday morning. What exactly are the Eta Aquarids?
So the Eta Aquarids, it's an annual meteor shower, and it's always usually one of the good ones we have in the Southern Hemisphere. And this year, the conditions are right to have a pretty good show when we all need something to go out and look that is not Netflix.
And the best part about this is that being meteors, they're going to be burning up in the Earth's atmosphere, which means they're going to be pretty bright. You don't have to go anywhere. Just jump out into the backyard. Yeah,
this is always the good thing, is it can be seen from anywhere. All in the entire Southern Hemisphere. Bits of the Northern Hemisphere will see it. Best viewed a little bit north, so parts in the northern part of Australia will have slightly better views in the southern part. And, if you're in a good dark spot, you can see 20, 25 per hour. So it really is a good meteor shower. Even in the cities, we're still talking about 10, 15 per hour. So one every couple of minutes. So instead of waiting for, a single shooting star, maybe once in a night or a week, you can see multiple here in a couple hours.
Well, here in Queensland, they've lifted the restrictions to allow us to travel up to 50 kilometres away from home for non-essential purposes, which I suppose, if you want to really be official and technical about it, viewing a meteor shower is non-essential activity. It's actually not that far to head out to something that's almost deep sky observing capable. Get out there and enjoy it, but don't crowd those parks, of course, Queenslanders.
That's exactly right. And obviously, you could take advantage and go somewhere really dark. But also the great thing is you can just stay at home, go into your yard, on your balcony, maybe a nearby oval or park, getting away is from as many lights as possible. And that's what you can do to take advantage of it. It is a really good thing. It's a really accessible thing. That's why I think the nice thing about a meteor shower is you don't have to go through too much effort to enjoy it.
And what's the best time to be getting up to view? When's the peak of activity each morning?
So really the best times are from about 4 a.m. on Wednesday and Thursday morning. And that's because it's a bit early in the morning, but the point in sky has risen high enough so you can start to see it. And also the moon will have set, because we don't want the moon to interfere and wash out some of those fainter things. So the moon will be set, and it'll be nice and high in the sky. So you have a good good hour and a half to 2 hours of good, solid meteor shower observing.
Very, very cool. And the research that I was doing leading into today's show tells me that the Eta Aquarids are from the tail of Halley's comet.
Yeah, that tail is essentially rock and ice melting as it goes around the sun, and that's what produces the tail. Well, there's little bits in that, and it's kind of like a boat traveling through the water. It leaves a wake and a trail of debris, and the Earth passes through that trail, and we see these things burning up in our skies, and they burn very bright, even though they are tiny. So it's a really cool thing to see with your own eyes.
It is very cool. And why do they burn so bright, being so little?
Even though they're tiny, some are the size of a grain of sand or a small pebble, they're traveling 30,000 kilometers an hour. So even traveling for a second, you burn for about 100 kilometers. So you're traveling so fast, you get a lot of energy, a lot of friction. And that's the cool thing, is something that small can produce something that brilliant.
It is very, very cool. So look skyward around 4 a.m. Wednesday morning and Thursday morning if you're in Australia, and of course, especially if you're in Northern Australia, and not just Northern Australia, but anywhere south of the equator.
That's right, exactly. South of the equator is good. And that's just always a nice one, is it's just visible from lots of parts of the world. So it makes it kind of accessible. And everyone will see something slightly different depending on your location of how the meteors enter and what you see. And so that's kind of the cool thing, is everyone's seeing the same thing, yet they're seeing something different.